In case you were worried because I'd gone a little bit quiet that I wasn't getting up at 5 o'clock every morning, I am getting up at 5 o'clock every morning. Right, progress check on the book. We're 4 days in. We had a little bit of a, although I was up at 5 yesterday morning, most of that time was spent trying to work out what was wrong with my laptop. So we're slightly behind schedule, but really by the end of this week, I was looking to achieve 3 things. I wanted the book to be fully outlined. It now is. I'll show you that in a second. I wanted to have a title for the book, or at least a working title, so that I can talk about it in the text of the book as I'm writing it, and also so that I can start making some tentative inquiries about book covers. We're getting there. That's what I've been working on this morning. And the third thing is I want to write the introduction to the book, about 1,000 words, a really punchy, this is why you should buy this book. This will not only form the basis of the introduction, but of the Amazon information sales page thing, and also a blog post that I'll put out there well in advance of the book being launched, which will then link through to maybe a pre-order page, maybe a mailing list sign-up page where you can then get an email to tell you when the book is out. I'm not quite sure what strategy I'm going to use to launch the book yet. But what I do want to do is get this introduction out into the world soon, so that people can start getting excited about the book and deciding that they want it. So that's the job for tomorrow morning. But as I say, this morning we've been working on book titles. So there is a straw poll down in the description, so you can vote on the one that you like best. But the process I've gone through for this, if I just grab the camera. So the process that I've gone through is I've just tried to come up with as many titles as I possibly can. So that's that list down this side here. I know some of them are rubbish. I started this list at 5:20 in the morning. I've picked out the 3 that I think are the most promising. I'm not going to say that they're absolutely the finished article yet. This one at the bottom here, for example, was initially that one, but then I decided I liked that one better. So that one made yellow, and I added that one in as an extra because it's still a possibility in the background. But they're the 3 that I like at the moment. So they're the 3 that have gone into the straw poll. They'll then combine with one of these subtitles, which is where you get a bit more of the meat of the title. There might be more of those. Yeah, I'm certainly happy to have feedback on any of that stuff at this stage. They're all very much working titles and placeholders at the moment, so that when I do write the introduction and get that blog post out there, and when I start writing the book, I've at least got something to put in for the title. If at some point before the 21st of May, launch title of the book, as a collective we come up with a much better title, then we'll just do a find and replace and swap them out. But hopefully by the end of tomorrow we'll have decided what the working title for the book is going to be. I think I'm leaning towards the more wordy one, how to start and grow your YouTube channel, or a YouTube channel. See, should it be A, should it be your, who knows? But is it punchy enough? I mean, it's going to be harder to tweet out, it's going to be harder to tell people about, it's going to be harder to drop into conversation than something quick and simple like YouTube Blueprint, YouTube Roadmap. So there's benefits and drawbacks to both. You don't necessarily need a lot of words in the main title because you've got the subtitle for that. And in the subtitle, what's more impressive? Should we be focusing on 1 million views in a year, 10,000 subscribers in a year, or something else that I haven't thought of yet? So that's the progress on the book title thing. Tomorrow morning is definitely going to be all about getting the introduction written. And then the other thing that people asked to see was the outlining process in Scrivener. So I will give you a quick look at that. If you want a full guide to Scrivener, let me know down in the comments. I won't do it as a vlog, it'll be a separate episode completely. I won't do it as a vlog, it'll be a separate video completely, but if it's something that would interest you, let me know down in the comments. If we get more than a handful of people saying, yes please, full guide to Scrivener, then absolutely I'll do one. I'm quite happy to do that. It's something I've used for a few years now. Every book I've ever written has involved Scrivener. And if we do a full guide, I'll actually use some proper screen capture software rather than just pointing my camera at the screen. But you know, daily vlogging, edgy camera pointing, catfish style. So this was what I wrote the other morning. This was just my outline of how the book is going to look. It started as a mind map. I then put the mind map in order and tried to form it into sections, so parts and then chapters and then paragraphs within the chapters. So it was that process probably took 45 minutes to an hour.
And then it was all about setting it up in Scrivener, so that now on this left-hand side of the screen here, we've got all of these sections and subsections set up on here. So all I need to do from Monday, when I start writing the meat of the book, I don't even have to write it in order. If I get up on Monday, I mean, that's just part one. If I get up on Monday morning and decide the first thing I want to write about is the microphone, then I just click on the microphone section and just start typing about the microphone in there. If I then want to go and write something about target audience, I can do that. Realistically, I'll just start at the top and work through, but it means if I get stuck.
And here's a good tip about writer's block, because a few of you have questioned how I can write 2,000 words a day every day, and I always do. The way to get around writer's block is, if you're not sure what to write about something else. Just move on, come back to it. The words will come eventually. And if at the end of the book I still haven't been able to think of anything to write in a section, then as far as I'm concerned, I probably didn't need that section. The important stuff has probably been covered somewhere else. I can just chop that out. Everyone's happy. So I'll fill in all those gaps. A couple of thousand words a morning. It will take 2 weeks tops to get anywhere between sort of 12 and 20,000 words is what I'm aiming for on this book. That'll then weigh in at between 120 and 150 pages, roughly, which seems about right for a book of this kind. You don't want a big 300-page tome. You want it to be something that people can get hold of, read in an hour, hour and a half, and go and actually have some actionable stuff to go off and do, which is the plan of this book. So that's it. That's a very quick guide to how to use Scrivener. Once I'm done with the book, there's then a few fancy buttons that I can press on here, and it will export the whole thing, put it all together into a proper book rather than sections, and you can export that as a Kindle file, as a iBooks file, as a PDF. You can export it as a Word document if you want to be able to do it that way. That's how I send it to my editor. So it's an awesome piece of software. It's about 15 quid, I think. It works better on Mac than it does on PC. This is the first time I've used the PC version, because I thought rather than forcing myself to write yet another book on a tiny MacBook Air, I could use the big boy computer. It's not quite as feature rich as it is on there, but it does the job. And it's certainly a lot easier than trying to mess around with Word to do this kind of thing. And I started the first book in Word and almost gave up. It was that clunky and horrible to use for something like this. When you're just using it to write letters and stuff, you don't really realise how clunky it is, but once you need to start moving around big blocks of text.
I mean, the joy of Scrivener is that if I do get this whole thing written and then I think, actually, you know what, this whole section on channel branding needs to move, you can just grab it and move it somewhere else. I'm not going to, because it'll wreck my outline. But
it's that easy, and that's the beauty of it. So that was a whirlwind tour of Scrivener and an idea of where I am with the book at the moment. I think progress is coming along really well. Let me know down in the comments how much you want me to be talking about the book on the vlog. I don't want it to become a diary of writing a book, unless that's what you really, really want to hear, but I know you lot are more interested in hearing about Kev's crazy plans to give up work and the ongoing tale of Sproglet. I can't do stuff like that every single day, so this is obviously something I'm working on, so it's vlog worthy, but I'm looking at the time and realising that today's vlog has almost completely, if not completely, been a story of the book and has all been done before 7 AM. So how often do you want something like that? Let me know down in the comments. It's all very much up in the air at the moment how involved everyone gets in this. You can be as involved in it as you want to be. Obviously my dream scenario is that you all are on the edge of your seat waiting for book news every day, because that means you're more likely to want it when the time comes, which means I'm doing the right thing. Anyway, I need to go and have a second cup of coffee because I'm falling asleep at this desk. I need to figure out a plan to not burn the candle at both ends. I put a tweet out yesterday. I mean, look at the bags under my eyes. They're not so bad 'cause I've just woken up like an hour and a half ago, but come 10 o'clock in the evening, i.e. when I'm recording Football Manager videos, when they come out, which they will come out tomorrow because the laptop has almost finished. It's over there. It's almost finished syncing my Dropbox now, which has got all of the graphics and stuff I use. There's Football Manager content ready to go. I just haven't got the graphics and the sound, and it's complicated. It'll be out. It will definitely be out today. I know I said that yesterday, but it will definitely be out today. But yeah, when I'm there at 10 o'clock at night and there's bags under my eyes down here, something's got to give. and not quite sure what. It's definitely not going to be the vlog, because this is awesome. It's definitely not going to be the other YouTube channel, because that's awesome. It can't be the book, because I need the money. Probably shouldn't be work, because that's frowned upon. Sleep is causing my face to look ridiculous, or lack of sleep is. I don't know, perhaps I need to eliminate driving to work and find a way to teleport there or something. Answers on a postcard. Bottom line, I've only got to do this for another, I don't know, take out the school holidays, 15 weeks-ish. I've worked harder than this for longer than this before. I think I'll be fine. But again, your ideas for scheduling, sleep deprivation, and I don't know, suggestions for what I can do to get rid of the bags. Even, yeah, that'd be the ideal thing. Forget about finding, I don't feel tired. I'm fine. When I've written books in the past, when I've been involved in big projects in the past, I'm used to getting by on 4 or 5 hours sleep for however many months at a time. It's not a big deal. What is a big deal is the fact that I don't want these old man bags that are appearing under my eyes. So, cucumber, is that the way out for them? Any suggestions for how to get rid of eye bags, let me know down in the comments. I desperately need the second cup of coffee now, so I'm going to assume today's vlog ends here. If something really interesting happens later, then I guess I edit this bit out, but otherwise, thank you for watching.